The release of Conan Exiles Enhanced also merged the maps of Siptah and Exiled Lands. I thought it could be fun to head over to Siptah and show you some of my favorite building spots that are both pretty and practical. As always, there are so many building spots and it's hard to narrow it down to just a couple for a video, so if you want, I can make a part 2, as I've got heaps of spots I like to build. Now you can build in the middle of the map where the maelstrom hits, and on your server, the maelstrom may not be even active, depending on server settings. Let's start off here. I like to build my random little demonstrations and buildings for these guides. In this area, it's got a nice proximity to the Siptah's version of Sepu Meru just over there, so you can go by Thrally needs and whatnot. It has pretty close proximity to the maelstrom itself. We have a decent little Thrall camp just over the way. We're gonna just here. You can find named armorers occasionally at this spot, which is nice. And just between the camp and our spot over there is the Ley Shrine of the Serpent, where you can summon surges and fight little Siptah battles. Also a good way to get up Thralls and other bits, recipes and stuff. It's really good. Siptah's a fun place to come. If you haven't been, I highly advise it. You can also come and touch a tablet in here where you can learn Eldarium construction and delving benches. Plenty of metal scattered about, wolves to kill. And these little spots here are actually crystal. You can no longer hit them, which sucks with a pick, but you can still get a few by picking them up by hand. And if you want some snake eggs for a snake pet, there you go. This whole area is actually really nice. There's this little bit here with the crevice, dried up riverbed, if you will. Going onto this little plateau, you can build a little cute bridge. Oh, so cute. And then we've got another little Thrally camp here. Taking out these guys, gonna get you some good shit. We also have loot boxes about, and a bunch of silverstone. Of course, that one's giving me iron. Trust me, it's silverstone, I swear. I swear. Give me the silver. Maybe there was one silver stone, the rest is iron. They look so similar now. I had that silver, hey. Yeah, there we go. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And then of course, close proximity to this spider vault, where we can learn some pretty sweet recipes. I do have to do a whole bunch of updated guides on the vault, so stay tuned for those. But we can also find some brimstone and some more metal and silver and some gossamer and red lotus, which is good levels if you're still leveling up. Hit it with a sickle. And all the spiders that you can mark. They are looking very graphic these days. These guys are a little bit different from your average bear. And they will drop this stuff and you can put that in a squisher and get some ichor. And black ice. And ice. That one was only ice. But we have some black ice over here. Making this whole little flat area, anywhere really around here, over here is nice too. You start getting into a bit of no build zones. Just kind of near this mast on the way into this area's Sepu Meru. So still plenty of room for activities, and it's a nice little spot. All the resources, beautiful view, close proximity to these guys. And you can even have a whole ass broken ship in your build if you like. Next up, along the coast, we are here in 13L, and this spot's quite nice. Used to be very good in PvP, but nowhere really is anymore. Quite a cute and majestic spot out in the harbory water ocean area. You can't build up on this part, which is a bit sad, but all the way around you can do your building. Then you can find a box with free resources. We also have this hole that we can build it down in. It comes out this way. And then you stop being allowed to build. Then you're allowed to build again. So you can mine all these rocks underwater just nearby for some stone if you need it. Because there's not a huge amount on the, God, what are words? Riverbank. The bank. There's a couple of trees about. Some hell dogs. More resources. Ooh, treasures. And this is kind of like a little mini dungeon where you can find some bosses that will drop like unnamed city type gear. And some sick resources, skeletons. Oh, I haven't really looked at them. This update. Very shiny. It will also drop good stuff. But we'll have some 3 skulls kicking about somewhere. Whoop, up here. This guy. We definitely have some activities to do in this hood, and we get Morning Sun. So they're essentially like this map's version of unnamed city gear. We've got another one over here. So shiny now. Axe of the Gate Guardian. See, that one's actually in Exiled Lands. More fun loot boxes. Oh, we've even got a hangy loot box. Don't remember ever seeing that before, but maybe. More good loot boxes. What's he? And he's dropped render, which okay. Don't forget to always check the tops of towers around Siptah because there's usually a loot box or two kicking about. It's actually worth the climb most of the time. Most of the time. Like, that's a pretty decent box and you didn't even have to climb. And we've got another 3 skull. They're everywhere here. Dropped a shield. It's not too far to a little bit of iron. And if you mission up the hill, you can come to the vault over here. Get all those kind of similar resources of iron, silver, sometimes gold, brimstone, black ice, lotuses, depending on which vault you're at, it'll be a different color maybe. And this one's the Elder Vault, the Den of the Wolfmen. Which, fun facts, you can actually build in a few of these little caves. If done right, you can have a little camp in there, a log out in. So you can do both these dungeons really kind of quick. Well, it's not really a dungeon, but all of these quickly and then pop back to your base without having to travel too far. Just a little bit over from that area, we have this beautiful inland lake with some benefits and some drawbacks. We are over in 13, 12-ish NO because all this area is real pretty, so I'll show you a few. We got guys we can kill, and if we hack him up, get some thick hides, we can find 1 skulls that will drop demon blood. And at one point they even dropped legendary keys. There's also a place where you can find a black lotus, so it's great for leveling up here also and making strength potions. We have Ica monitor lizards, bears, and babies, I do believe, also spawn here. Can't see any currently. A little camp with thralls. We can get a story. And some rather shit loot. Kill these guys and you might get this Digi Invader armor. Maybe. Yeah, got a hat. And you can build up until quite close to it. And just up the hill we have a skeleton camp where we can kill these guys and get some shit to look out. So much shit. Do be warned, there are every now and then some very big kitties that could wreck your life. And some more metal and a nice big flat area up above. This is generally a really pretty down here and not wildly built on, unless sometimes PvP. People like to come build down here because it's less traveled. We have a boss bear. Kill the boss bear, get the good stuff. Pretty sure he gives a key. Just over from that first lake. Also really pretty over there. All around here, we've got a nice big plateau up here with black ice. Love to see a little bit of silver down there and a little river. Yep, can build here. I wasn't 100% sure. I know you can build up here. A field with flowers that are a little bit too bright. They're just not the right tone. I don't know. They stand out a little oddly. It's still a nice location. We've moved more into 12-0 now. But down this little dry riverbed, which is quite cute also. More black ice. And we have this cute little place. A little bit of brimstone there. A yeti guy to kill. A sweet bridge you could repair. The gash. Live in the gash. And over here we have this cute little waterfall area lake bit with brimstone and adorableness. A waterfall to make you want to pee. Obviously building by the brimstone spawn will block it, but you build up just a little bit. So many good choices on this island. Also fairly close by we have this bit of a bigger camp where you can get some goodies. Like resources and weapons, other fun stuff. Take out these guys, they will usually attack you. I'm just in admin mode. Kill a sorcerer. Yeah. Get a set archpriest. If you're really into that piratey coastal vibe, this spot is quite fun. Terrible for PvP. Most of these spots are, let's be honest. This spot includes a lot of shipwrecks that you can build on. So you could half repair them if you like, or live in a little shanty shack, or build the big castle. The options are endless. Build a whole little pirate town around the lake. It could be super cute. There's a vault just up the hill, which also around the vault, this particular bat demon vault also has a really nice big flat area. You just have to contest it with some of these bat demons at first, but then they'll stop spawning. Just a little bit up from that area down there. Ooh, I mean down there. Oh, over there's cool too. And the spot is 08, just down from the bastion of the bat demon. And the other spot's right next to it. So much room for activities, and you just endlessly farm this vault for resources. Could have sworn this one had some gold around it too, but I can't seem to oh, there we are. There's the gold. Big old gold nodes. Maybe some big old silver nodes. Man, I might just have to do a part 2 in general because like there are so many spots to show y'all around here that I like, and to cut them down is so hard. I haven't even got over this side yet. So it might just be a part A and part B and then CD maybe afterwards. Who knows? Dipping inland a little bit, we have a cute little lake, a beautiful view, and a butt ton of resources, but also a nice little hidden surprise. We are in 10M. Not only do we have a lot of bigger monsters that drop volatile glands and purple lotus that you can harvest, deer and yeti guys. This guy's the one skull. I'll show you what he drops. No demon blood. Oh yeah, there we go. A little bit timber, a little bit gold, a little bit of still fire, some random shit. You build on this island. Yeah, that's super cute. Or you could build incorporating this waterfall, or you go all the way down, find a box, and go inside the waterfall. Whee! Actually ends up being surprising room for activities in here. And you can also build all out the front, which of course obviously makes you a lot more noticeable, but if you're on PvE, hey, it doesn't really matter. You can take in all the glory that is the Redwoods. And keep in mind, you can build in trees with the tree DLC building kit and make quite a nice little foresty home in the Southwoods. And if you want to be a bit more submerged in those redwoods, may I suggest this little lakey area. We got a bit of brimstone, cute little waterfall, bit of metal, Isle's basin, right here in 9L. We got crocodiles, we've got cats. There is, I believe, a small little thrall camp somewhere about. Another cute little waterfall. Pretty decent space for activity up here. Glorious view of a lake, or you could build in the lake. A nice little plateau-y bit just above it that you can't really see the lake on most days when it's rainy and foggy, but it's also a nice spot with metal about. And just up and over the hill we have the Elder Vault of the Fiend, I believe, where we can also find brimstone gold, some lotus. Yes, it is the Fiends, and it is one of the easier vaults to do. You can get decent hardened steel gear in there straight away. Red lotus for levels, black eye, so do it out the front, you kill, get some Meltharium bits, lots of gold. The big thrall camp isn't too far away. You can climb up here. Oh yeah, there's a little thrall camp. I knew there was one somewhere nearby. Little thrall camp just up from the Isle's basin. And then over here we find the big thrall camps where we can find much more better thralls and loots. Just down from there we have this nice little flat open area with heaps of brimstone and dead wood. I believe there is a boss somewhere along here. Right, can't remember what it is or who it is. Scorpion, most likely. Yes, pretty sure there's a queen scorpion or something around here. Just going on vague memories. Who are you? Yep. And you can build in pretty much all this area and block the brimstone for people if you really want to be that guy. It's a nice big area, and you can have a giant ancient ribcage in your build. We are, just down from the Asylum of the Fiend and across from Isle's basin in 9K. You can go down from there and find a little skeleton camp with resource boxes about and skeletons usually to kill. Here we are. Well, there's a bit more juicy skeletons of Siptah. They'll still drop some good shit. So juicy. Sorry about the rain, can't make it leave. A little bit down from that ribcagey area, we also have this Lemurian camp, so we can actually get some cool stuff. I need a shovel for that, but you can get shovels from Flotsam. You get some Lemurian gear, and you can build all up on this pillar here, which is quite a big flat area. Make some little bridges across, incorporate these guys into your build, whatever. Lots of options. And that's just in 7K. And both those spots have fairly close, well 3 actually, because I showed 3 spots, kind of close proximity to the Lay Shrine. Yeah. Really looks like shit at the moment because I guess storming, that's just part of living on Siptah. Our next spot is this cute little island in a bay. We got a little boat over here also, another little island there. It's nice. I like it. I've seen a really cool speed build by, I think it was Sven P. It was a minute ago, but it's awesome. In H7, easy to find, and if you head over to the mainland, you can find a cute little cave. Can we still build in cute little cave? We can. Cute. You can incorporate that too. This whole side of the map really is just going to have to be a part B. There's like 50 more spots in there I could show you, and I still want to show you some spots down here as well. This spot I'll keep for part B also. I did actually forget to mention Azura's Basin is also very close to another Wolfman vault just here. So you can get that black ice and crystal, and you can build in these little cavey bits behind. Actually double check because apparently they're going to be changing things all the time. And we can still. Oh, cute. Just here. Now the sun's come out, I can show you this spot a little bit better. Yeah, so much more majestic. Just over the hill, we'll also find a vault and a butt ton of gold. All on the hill. And we got another fiend vault down here. Goblinoid vault? You definitely want to be coming here and doing this. Gremlins, there we go. I should remember that since y'all are the Gremlords and Glamazons. I decided. Yeah, it's actually a really nice area. Heading now down south to the Southern Islands, where we will find the Grey Ones pools, which is a very fun activity. I have a separate guide, which is still fairly up to date, even though we don't have the enhanced UI going on. It'll show you, for the most part, what you get from them. This little plateau is quite the room for activities with a nice little view. We have a thrall camp over there. We also have lots of buried treasure and flat sand we can collect for resources, so make sure you have a grave digger in your inventory. Going around, you'll find a little cave on the other side over here that is always worth visiting. This spot right here also is quite cute, just saying. A little bit over from the other spot. There's a few spots in this direct area. I'm going to show you another one in a moment. Even up here is kind of cute. But we have all these lizards, which decent XP, but also good for Ica, I believe. This in here can sometimes have a whole bunch of graves. Of course, we have none right now. And sometimes one's called Dude. And then we can go across to these boats, and there are often bearers and other guys that you can tame, weapons you can get, etc. So you don't even have to go into the big thrall camp. There's another little thrall camp just here, where you can actually get some weapons and crap. There's also a Grey One statue. Lots of treasures. I believe that, yeah, there's usually like a weapon or a pick on one of these boxes somewhere. Oh, shield. There we go. There's something. You can get a shield from here. A lot of these places in Siptah have free loot that you can pick up, which is pretty fun. All these boxes just dropping good stuff. Yeah, some of it is locked behind that grave digger. So you need that. This whole camp here is pretty fun to come and explore. Get lots of Grey One statues and sorcerers and resources. So just over from all of that and our little plateau here, we have somewhere that's a little bit better for PvP, but unless you're online, like, it's so hard to keep anywhere defendable. Well, we've fought people off for a while here in this little crevice. It's much smaller than your crevice you'd find in the Exiled Lands, for sure. But that spot's in 5k, and those other ones are in like 5L. It also has a back entrance. And if you build small and people happen to not know you there, you might go hidden. But then I go and make guides like this. So, well, yell about it in the comments if you really want. Game's old as hell. All around here is pretty majestic to build, in all fairness. Lots of great apes to kill. Baboons, rather, not great apes. Another fun little thrall camp with decent treasures to get. And on the other side, you can climb up and find underneath often a treasure here, which is not here, which will have legendaries in it. This whole area just here is a nice big flat area that you can build and be in the close proximity to some fun shit. Because if you didn't know, you can actually go up and touch some of these tablets and get a little buff. So I've got plus 60 health. If I was to touch one of, there's another statue, one of the other ones, like, where is it? I think it's on this side. I think it's on the other side. This is also, I've got trauma from building here when people summoned Ymir on us, but a nice big room for activities plateau, and also this one. Where's our little thrall camp though, bruh? But it was down in there. Up here we are. There's another tablet we can touch in here that'll give us a different buff and overpower the other buff. But this plateau is also quite nice because you get a nice view of the ships, you get a nice view of the bay, you're pretty close to the Grey Ones pools and some of the Grey Ones temples that you can come fight for resources, which is nice. And if you really want to be fancy and go for a climb, you can build on this pillar just here in 4K. And as you can't really build on any of the other pillars around, it does... Oh, you can build on this one too. Maybe we'll land claim that. That makes for a good spot. If you're looking to build a little bit closer to the actual grey one's pools, this area is all quite a nice little cute bay, cute little island that you can build on just around here in 4IJ. But we can actually find some temples here and about. This one we cannot build in. This one we cannot build in. But this one we can build in. It's technically not a temple, it's more of a cave, and sometimes you do get elephants glitch into your shit. We're just here in J4. But you do have close proximity to elephants and the Grey One's pools for resources. Just down here we'll find little Grey One's boss with some decent boxes and whatnots around. You can even learn Grey One's armor there. Maybe you just want some generally cool decor in your base, like some giant skulls. Also with close proximity to some Grey One temples, this whole area is pretty buildable. So you can build little bridges over, have little nooks and alleys, cool giant skull. There's even a little ditchy bit down in here, which I've built in before to be hid. God, if I was to show y'all all the hidey OP spots on this map, that would take a long time. I might still show you one more though. You can actually build pretty damn close to the temple. And we've also got this big wide open area just below. And all up on these pillars is pretty buildable. Not on this, which is kind of a shame because you could have a sick fireplace, but still a lot of options with this cute little area. I quite like it myself, especially now with the update. And that spot also has close proximity to an actual thrall camp rather than just Grey One's shit and the first men, because there's a lot of that going on this island. You can come to this cute little camp down here. Lunatic's Reach, if you will. Find some good loots. Just down the beach from there, we have this fine plateau little arrangement. There's quite a few of them in this area, and you can start finding some dragons. Ooh, dragons. They're a little bit further along, but we got this plateau, we got that plateau, we got this nice little inland lake just here in HI4. Yeah, super cute spots all about. Some decent resources. We got coal, we got iron, we got an adorable little dock with a thrall, so you can have these in your Fasin. You can build pretty close to all here. You can have them in your backyard if you want. These temples just nearby you can also build on, having a nice vantage point of all the surroundings. Even this one. And these plateaus are all buildable. Really, really nice spots in my opinion. I have to fight a fucking locust to get up here, but worth it. Totally worth it. We'll explore the Dark Isles on part B of this Siptah tour because holy shit, I forgot how many good spots there are. You can build up here. Whee! In that same vein, a little bit north, now in 6I, we have some more nice plateaus. You can also build down there. There's iron about, a couple of thrall camps just over there, and pretty close to the mainland where the Maelstrom is going ham. Just kidding, can't remember for the life of me where that other sneaky bit is around here. But we also have this cute little plateau surrounded by water and lizards and iron and thrall camps in 5JK. Ooh, we've got a little thrall camp just below. We can't build too close, but close enough. I can't build there, but you can build here. And it's not really thralls, it's actually first men. First men. And a big open area just down below. Join me on the next episode for part B of the other half of the Siptah Isles. Let me know in the comments if you had your favorite spot featured or if I happen to skip over it. Like I said, there are a quizillion spots here and I really could just make a million videos on it. Check out my Exiled Lands version of the pretty but practical base spots to build if you're interested in building over there. I also have more guides coming out soon about why you might want to build over in Siptah. It has a lot of advantages, or just even come visiting here. So remember, if you're not already subscribed, to hit that button and maybe the bell so you can keep up to date with all the guides that come out. Stick around for another helpful Conan Exile guide on pretty places to build in Exiled Lands or one of the other ones. Like the video if it was helpful, and I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.